Hey guys, Paul from PABrewNews. Here we go, sitting here, gonna do a beer review. Got some beer here. Some of this beer was just kind of recently jostled around, so I don't know if I'm gonna do a big old bottle today. Let's see. I'll do a small bottle today. And this is a beer I've reviewed before. And this is gonna be a beer here I'm gonna review this year. This year, it's Sunday Morning Stout from Weyerbacher. You've seen it before, you've heard lots about it. This is a 12.7% alcohol by volume, because I think it was like 11.4 or something last year. 12.7% alcohol by volume. This is an imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels with coffee added to it from Weyerbacher Brewing Company from Easton, Pennsylvania. So, gonna do a little PA Brew News. And it didn't explode, which is great, because I know it was shook around a little bit. And it was bottled on the 27th of December. I'm just gonna pour it in because I doubt it'll have didn't have too much of a head, but there is a nice cacao colored head there. We'll put you right about here. Probably could put you in a better spot, but it's something anyway. So here we go. Definitely getting loads of the chocolate, coffee, roast, and smoke. It's a little, it might be a little cool. I don't think so. But I'm getting more like dark coffee and roast and char. And then if you really sniff in, then you get a little bit of that peppery bourbon and caramel, but the roast and char is actually pretty high, the coffee. So let's get into it. Cheers. I don't even need to get acclimated to this. Wow. Some of the bigger ones I like to take 2 sips just to get acclimated to it so it's not overbearing. This, beautiful, medium full mouthfeel, and toned down in the barrel aging obviously a little bit, so obviously this must have been a hell of a hearty brew. They say it's based off Tiny. It's got to be a kicked up version of Tiny, because Tiny doesn't have this mouthfeel. Or at least from my memory, so if I'm wrong. Anywho, super, I guess, charry, overly roasted, burnt coffee, lots of that. Lots of the char and the smoke. Blending out, and it broadens out in your mouth. And then that bourbon, that peppery caramel bourbon note kind of comes through too. Bringing hints of a raisin in the way back, just a little faint hint of a dark fruit, but boy, that's in the background. Lots of smoke, char, chocolate, the baker's chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate. It kind of goes back and forth. You're kind of getting everything a little bit. You're kind of getting all the nuances of the different chocolates. But damn, 12.7. Amazingly drinkable, much more drinkable than the first year of the Sunday Morning Stout that I've had. This is much more drinkable. It's not super dynamic. This is very over-saturated with the char, the smoke, char, and that roasted coffee. Very big on that notes. They're not dynamic, bright coffee. It's more just really roasted, really burnt coffee, char and smoke. Those are the stars. When you actually drink and it blends out in your palate, that's when that peppery, nice bourbon kind of comes out with the caramels, and that's when you start getting bomb with the chocolates. Different hints of chocolates kind of come around. So it's really nice. It's a nice brew. It's not as good to me as last year. It was a little more rough to drink. It was a little bit more, I don't know, there was something about it. The bourbon was definitely more forward. I liked last year a little bit better, but this year is still a fine beer. Still a fine beer. Not blowing my doors off, but it's sticky. I don't know if you can see this, but it is sticky. It's a very thick beer. And the funny thing is, it's not like it's not huge, big residual bourbon and stuff kind of wafting away, and you just keep on the. It's kind of muted. There's actually a lot of muting going on in this beer. I know it's super fresh and it'll get better over age, but still, it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna throw this on a 9. I'm gonna throw this on a 9. I thought this would be a little bit more kicked up, a little bit more intense, a little bit more fun. So, being what it is, it's still a fantastic beer, and I think you'll really enjoy it. But I'm gonna give this one a 9. So the 2017 version, bottle at the end of the year, but the 17 version of Weyerbacher Sunday Morning Stout, gonna come in at a 9 for me. This is Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers.